What's up YouTube? And today in this video I'm going to be discussing the coronavirus, or also known as the COVID-19, 3 years later. And I'm even going to tell you how much things have changed throughout these 3 years. Alright, so enjoy this video. Okay, so as you know, the COVID-19 actually first started in December of 2019, so at the very end of the year. And then the coronavirus pandemic actually started in March of 2020, so it's been 3 years ago. And let me tell you, so many things have changed throughout these 3 years. And before I get to it, I just want to mention that before long, after we had like a really crazy thunderstorm, I found out that school was getting canceled for the rest of the year. And this was due to the pandemic going on. And let me tell you, when I first found out that this was happening, I was like, what on earth is going on? And why are we not going to the school? And then I found out that the coronavirus actually started. And let me tell you this, for example, that we couldn't go out for anything. We couldn't leave the house, for anything, because the coronavirus was so dangerous and it was easy to spread. The coronavirus is easy to spread and so many people could catch it, in just a short time. And the only times that we were able to go out is if we were to go food shopping, and that's about it. And even if we were to go shopping in a store, almost all the shelves would literally be almost empty, believe it or not. That's because so many people are buying the stuff because they were gonna not go out for anything. That's the reason for it. But yeah, so let me tell you about the most important rules that you should follow during this pandemic. For example, number 1, make sure you wash your hands really well, and especially with soap. And that's because whenever you touch stuff, the bacteria and stuff would secretly get on your hands. And if you don't wash your hands, if you don't keep yourself clean, then this could be possible, to get sick, and especially germs spreads. Number 2, make sure you keep a distance, and especially if you're talking to anyone. And also, don't be around crowded areas. Number 3, don't shake hands or hug or kiss anyone, because if you do stuff like this could be easy to spread the virus as well. Number 4, if you're sick or if you're not feeling well, make sure you stay at home and don't be around anyone, because if you were to be sick, sometimes sickness could be contagious. And if you were to be sick and you go around other people, then the sickness could spread. And that's why some people call it contagious. So I'll tell you, when the coronavirus first started, I felt like everything was so different and it wasn't the same whatsoever. And especially the fact that we're not going out for anything, it wasn't great. But I did find some pretty cool benefits about it. The benefits are that I didn't have to wake up so early. I could literally just sleep in all I want. And I could just stay in the house and catch up on my social media and stuff, right? Because so many people nowadays love social media, especially Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, and all of it. And even YouTube, of course, which is the reason why I even started this YouTube channel in the first place. And not to mention, a year later, in around 2021, this is when the vaccines came out. What this means is when you take the vaccine, this has the power, to stop you from getting the coronavirus. But either way, you should be careful at all costs. But with the vaccine, you don't have to worry that much about getting the coronavirus, because you have that protection, to stop you from getting it. So, but even now, in 2023, it's not that bad anymore. It wasn't as bad as the beginning. I think the coronavirus, is getting much better, and it's not as much as before. Oh, and not to mention, some countries have a lot of COVID-19 cases than the others. And for example, in the US, so many people got the COVID-19 cases. I think around like tens of thousands getting the coronavirus. This is a huge problem. So, and of course, I used to live in the US. That's just where I'm from, which is how I got the American accent. But here in Egypt, like where I'm at right now, it doesn't have that many. It only has like a couple hundred of people catching the COVID-19. So it's not that big of a deal. But I don't know about other countries because that's just all I've been to. And of course Saudi Arabia, I've traveled there because I was doing the Umrah. So that's about it. So that is me explaining about the coronavirus / COVID-19 3 years later. So hopefully this helps. And hope you guys enjoyed this video, and make sure to leave this video a like, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel, make sure you do. And I will see you all in the next video.